I never thought I'd find myself standing outside a restaurant, watching my wife laugh at a table across the room while a man I didn't know rested his hand on her knee. The knot in my stomach tightened with every passing second. My wife, Meera, had always been charming, vibrant, and smart. I had loved her for years, trusted her implicitly. But lately, subtle signs had begun to gnaw at me. Late-night calls, secretive messages, perfume I didn't recognize, sudden girls' nights that seemed a little too exclusive. I wanted to believe I was imagining things. I really did. But instinct, that deep, unshakable intuition, screamed otherwise. That night I followed her. Alone, I parked my car a few blocks away, waited in the shadows, and watched her enter the restaurant with him. A date. My chest tightened, my jaw clenched. I had a choice: confront, panic, storm off, or plan. I chose the last. For months, I had been gathering subtle proof. Screenshots of flirtatious messages, online reservations she'd never mentioned, the faint traces of perfume on her scarves when she returned home. The collection seemed trivial at first, but I realized each small detail formed a pattern. And patterns, when recognized, reveal truths too stark to ignore. I walked into the restaurant calmly. No yelling, no slamming doors, no immediate confrontation. I didn't need theatrics. I needed presence. Alpha presence. My sudden arrival at the table made Meera freeze, mid-laugh. Her date froze too, unsure how to respond to the man calmly placing his coat over the back of his chair and sliding into the opposite seat. "Hello?" I said evenly, my voice calm but sharp. "I didn't expect to see you here." Meera's face went from surprise to panic in less than a second. She opened her mouth, likely to lie, to justify, to minimize. I didn't give her the chance. I had rehearsed my plan carefully. I had evidence in my phone, my bag, and my mind. I wasn't here to debate morality. I was here to take control. I slid the divorce papers across the table, a crisp, official envelope that carried far more weight than words ever could. "Sign here," I said, my tone cold and commanding, "or let the court decide after I show them everything you've done." Her date, previously confident and relaxed, shrank back. He realized instantly that he had stumbled into a world far more serious than a casual flirtation. Meera tried to interject, stammering apologies, claiming misunderstanding. But each lie, each excuse only confirmed the depth of her betrayal. The real triumph wasn't in shocking her. It was in the calm, controlled execution of consequences. The court would later see the evidence, messages, receipts, hotel records, witnesses, a meticulous trail of deceit. She tried to spin stories of neglect, of feeling unappreciated, but evidence is impartial. It doesn't lie. The fallout was immediate and absolute. Custody of our children went largely in my favor. Her social reputation, already fraying with friends who had suspected her duplicity, collapsed further as the story spread. Her date? He vanished once he realized the stakes were real. No social media posts, no casual connections, just silent avoidance. I didn't gloat. I didn't scream. I didn't beg her to see reason. I simply reclaimed my life, my dignity, and my family's stability. My revenge was strategic, precise, and devastatingly effective. It wasn't about cruelty. It was about ensuring that betrayal carried real, lasting consequences. The lesson I learned, the lesson she learned too, painfully, is that underestimating someone who has been quietly observing, patiently collecting proof and preparing their response is a fatal error. I showed up on her date, not out of jealousy, not out of rage, but as a man who had already won the silent war. She never expected that calm, calculated alpha presence. And in that moment, the game was over. Now I focus on my children, my home, and the life I am rebuilding from the pieces of betrayal. Meera's life is hers to navigate, with the consequences she earned. And as for me, I have learned that strategy, patience, and the quiet application of evidence are infinitely more powerful than rage.